After class, I went out with my students. Selena was waiting for me on the side of the street. They went towards her when they saw her, and Selena accepted them warmly. I said, "This is Selena and these are the students in my class." One of the children said, "If you allow me and Selena accepts, she will be our model and we will take a picture with her." "Okay, Selena." "Okay." Everyone clapped happily and then separated from us. We headed home. On the way, I said, "I want to make a suggestion. How about a drink and a walk along the beach?" Selena smiled and said, "Are you dating me? Let's go. There is a shop ahead, it has good drinks. Do you like anything in particular? We can also get chips or sandwiches, of course not so much that we get full. And if Linda finds out, I'm done." After shopping, we went to the beach. He hailed a taxi. We stood together, watching the ocean and the seagulls. My mischievousness blossomed. I walked a little further into the water, filled my palms with water, and splashed at her. Selena suddenly rushed towards me and pushed me into the water. All my clothes and shoes got wet. I said, "Linda is killing me." Selena said, "It's your problem." I didn't start it. The water had gone over my head. I started splashing water on Selena's face and body with both hands. She came towards me again when I started running. She caught up with me very easily. I was careful not to push me again. We started running together in the shallow part of the water. I looked at my watch. I didn't have much time. I went to the taxi for drinks and snacks. We sat on the border between the ocean and the beach and started eating and drinking. I put the empty bottles and bags in plastic bags, so that I could throw them in the trash later. I took off my shirt and socks. My wallet and money were also wet. I said, "What should I do with these? They are all wet." I wrung out the shirt to get some of the remaining water out. Then I said, "It's 1:45, we have to go, we're late." Selena, "We'll be there." While Selena was getting ready to leave, I waved my shirt in the air a few times. I looked for rocks and anything I could put on the bills so the wind wouldn't blow them away. I bought more with cash than with a credit card. "Selena, shall we go?" I got in and we set off. She was driving as fast as she could through the deserted streets. Luck was on our side and the traffic lights were green along the way. My cell phone rang. I looked at the screen, it was Linda. I made the call and said, "Hello." Linda said, "Where are you now?" "I'm coming home." "Nancy," she called and said their plane will be at the airport in half an hour. I asked in surprise. "They accepted? That's great. What's their flight number?" 1247. "Thanks, I'll go to the airport then. I'll see you later." I hung up the call and breathed a sigh of relief and said, "I'm lucky." Nancy called, "They're coming here, let's go to the airport. My clothes and pants will be dry by then." Selena smiled and changed direction towards the airport. I leaned back in my chair with satisfaction and rested my head on it and looked at my clothes hanging from the column. As we approached the airport, I put on my shirt. After paying the parking fee, we entered. At the closest place to the entrance, I got out and said to Selena, "I don't know how long it will take to find a parking space. I will call you when I find them and we want to come." Selena, "Okay." I went towards the terminal. The hall was crowded as always. I looked at the incoming flights board. The plane would land in 10 minutes. I took a small bouquet of flowers from the flower shop and sat on the waiting chair. I was happy that Jessica had come. But whether she could or wanted to stand on her feet was another matter. Sometime later, the hall announcer announced the incoming flights. I stood in front of the entrance hall to find them sooner. Their arrival had saved me from a big trouble.